Hey, welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling when you just click with someone without even saying a word? Well, today, we're diving into the hidden science of how that happens. We're going to unpack what it really means to be wired to connect, all based on the amazing work of Daniel Goleman.
So let's kick things off with something I bet you've definitely experienced. You walk into a room, right? And someone's in a really bad mood. And suddenly, you feel your own energy just tank. Or, on the flip side, a friend starts laughing and you just can't help but smile too. Sound familiar?
Well, guess what? That's not just in your head. Goleman puts it perfectly here. He explains this is a real, actual neurological thing. Our brains are literally designed to spread and catch feelings from each other, kind of like a Wi-Fi signal that's always on, constantly broadcasting and receiving emotional data.
And this whole phenomenon has a name. It's called emotional contagion. And it is happening all the time. It's this constant subconscious give and take that's part of every single interaction. I mean, from a deep chat with a friend to just passing a stranger on the street. Every one of those encounters leaves behind a kind of emotional residue.
Okay, so how does this invisible transfer actually happen? How do feelings just jump from one brain to another? The secret, it turns out, lies in our brain's two very distinct pathways for processing the social world around us.
All right, let's break this down. Goleman talks about our social brain having these two main operating systems. You've got the low road and you've got the high road. They're both running at the same time, but trust me, they are worlds apart in how they work.
So think of the low road as your gut feeling. It is lightning fast, it happens totally beneath your awareness, and as Goleman puts it, it's just dripping with emotion. It's that instant vibe you get. Now the high road, that's your thoughtful, analytical mind. It's way slower, it's much more deliberate, and it's the part that can consciously think through what's going on.
And this shows you exactly where these systems live in your brain. That low road, the center for catching emotions, is rooted in these ancient, really primitive parts of the brain like the amygdala. The high road, on the other hand, runs through the prefrontal cortex. That's the brain's CEO, the part that can think logically and override those instant gut reactions.
Now that we've got the two roads down, let's zoom in on the low road's most incredible feature. This is the actual mechanism that allows us to instantly, and I mean instantly, connect with other people.
Get ready for this. Scientists have discovered this amazing class of cells called mirror neurons. And honestly, the best way to think of them is like your brain's own personal, built-in Wi-Fi. Their whole job is to pick up on the signals being broadcast by everyone else around you.
So how does this neural Wi-Fi actually create empathy? Well, it's pretty much a three-step process. You see someone do something, like smile. Instantly, your own mirror neurons for smiling start firing, as if you were the one smiling. And boom, you get to internally experience a little echo of their feeling. You see someone wince in pain. A part of your own brain's pain circuit lights up in sympathy. You're literally feeling a shadow of their experience.
This is what Goleman calls a brain-to-brain linkage. It is a direct, subconscious bridge that lets our nervous systems actually attune to each other. It forms this invisible, but very, very real bond between us.
So, if we all come factory installed with this incredible neural hardware, how do we get better at actually using it to navigate our social world? Well, this is where the skill of social intelligence comes into play. Goleman gives us this really elegant framework here. He organizes social intelligence into two huge categories. First, you have social awareness, which is all about what we sense about other people. And second, you have social facility, which is what we then do with that awareness. So yeah, it's really a two-step process. Social awareness is all about picking up the signals accurately, sensing what someone's really feeling from all those nonverbal cues. And then social facility is about using that information to interact smoothly and well, whether that means creating a great vibe, influencing someone, or just showing them that you care.
But look, this is not just about being charming or popular. What the latest science is showing us is something much, much more profound. Our connections are absolutely vital for our biological survival.
If you take away just one single thing from this, let it be this. We are wired to connect. Our brains are simply not designed to be isolated. From an evolutionary standpoint, our very survival has always depended on our ability to form bonds and work together. We are, at our absolute core, social creatures.
And that social wiring has real physical consequences. I mean, every single interaction you have, from a quick chat with your barista to a deep talk with a loved one, it sends cascades of hormones through your body.
literally shaping your biology from one moment to the next.
And check out this stunning example of that. Goleman points to research showing that positive, healthy relationships can literally strengthen our immune system. A good conversation can actually arm your T cells, the little soldiers that fight off infection. Now, the flip side is also true. Constantly being in toxic or stressful relationships, it acts like a slow poison on our bodies, damaging our health over the long haul.
And yet, in our modern world, we're facing what Goleman calls a creeping disconnection. A Stanford study found that for every hour people spent online, their actual face-to-face contact with friends and family dropped by nearly 24 minutes. We are trading away our biological nourishment.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. Knowing that we are biologically built to connect, and knowing that our relationships are literally sculpting our brains and our bodies, it forces us to ask a really critical question. In a world that's full of distraction and digital noise, who are you choosing to connect with, and how are those connections shaping you?